Afzal Syed is here with us. And right now, Afzal Syed is a corporate vice president of Mazik Global, and he sits in the GBA leadership board of Quisitive Inc. with an extensive experience in the business and finance, ISV, and graphical expansion. Afzal is responsible for Mazik Global Growth Vision. So put your hand together, and I welcome Mr. Afzal Syed on the stage. Sir. और यहाँ एक और चीज़ मैं मेंशन कर दूं जो बहुत कम लोगों को पता होती है कि हम कब से माइक्रोसॉफ्ट डायनामिक्स का हम जिक्र कर रहे हैं, तो टू योर सरप्राइज माइक्रोसॉफ्ट डायनामिक्स के कुछ कंपोनेंट्स जो हैं पाकिस्तान में डेवलप हुए थे और वो मैजिक ग्लोबल में डेवलप हुए थे. सो मैं ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लूँगा. थैंक यू सो मच अफजल फॉर योर प्रेजेंस. Before we start a conversation, so I just want to know you share what is Mazik and tell us about yourself.
Hello, can you guys hear me? First of all, thank you, user group, for inviting me here, and big hand of applause to the leadership of the user group for arranging such a powerful session in here. Okay. My name is Afzal Syed. I'm the corporate vice president at Mazik Global, and I sit in the leadership board of Quisitive, the company that actually acquired Mazik in early 2021. Unlike a lot of people here, I am, by qualification, I'm a chartered accountant, and from UK and Pakistan, and my core focus has been in the business since last 20 years. Yeah. Okay,
that's great. Usually we expect from guest speaker that they are going to speak on some topics. So taking the advantage, I have prepared a few questions. So हम अपनी conversation को थोड़ा question answers पर रखते हैं, interactive रखेंगे sir. Sure. So first question from you is, as we have seen that for last 2 to 3 years, there is a dynamic change in the working environment. Global has changed the working environment. So how do you think that global changing trend in the work culture are going to impact, or they will impact in the Pakistan?
I believe last few years have been pretty challenging for the global corporates. Okay, and then this particular challenge has led us to changes in the delivery dynamics. Okay, and then ultimately what has happened that we have seen that a lot of work from home culture has started, not only Pakistan but globally as well. And you can see that as a next phase of this, we are seeing a lot of offshore services that is coming into Pakistan, and that's primarily because of the recession that we are all listening that recession is going to hit in the global market in Pakistan as well. Okay, and then I believe like Pakistan currently is in a very peculiar position, in a way that because of our current cost structures and the talent pool that we have, it puts us in a very peculiar position that we can leverage the opportunities this particular situation is giving us. Yeah.
Great. As you know that Pakistan is a full country where is a full of resources, और अल्लामा इकबाल ने भी अपने शेर में कहा था ज़रा नम होते ही मिट्टी बड़ी ज़रखेज़ है साकी. So how do you think, what you will suggest that how we can leverage those resources in our success?
You know, Pakistan is a country with about 250 million population, okay? And then 150 million population is below the age of 30, okay? In terms of IT resource pools, if you see, we have a IT and BPO resource pool of about 500,000, okay? Every year we see that the universities in Pakistan are producing about 25,000 to 30,000 university graduates, okay? You can just look at the numbers that I've just quoted, okay? And then imagine that what we can actually do and how we can leverage this particular potential of resources, okay? I think that the two things that we should be doing, and I believe user group is playing a very good part in here, is that number one is the training of the resources that we have already have in the market, okay? And then the resources that the universities are producing. These are young graduates, okay? We all know, and then we're doing that, okay?
Exactly.
I mean, like roughly 6 to 8 weeks, the reasonable time for a good university graduates who turn out to be a very productive resource, okay? And I believe just one focus of like our organization and user group is that we are doing training of resources who are graduates, but there should be something that we should also do in terms of resource creation, okay? Mass trainings needs to happen, okay? We are seeing that low code, no code And someone said, I think you said, that you're very concerned about your future.
Exactly.
It means that even, we may not need even the graduates, computer graduates, okay? We should start picking up people, good mindset, and just start training them, and just leverage that particular pool.
That's great. So I will continue from this. Since we have seen an economic crisis and we have been listening that there is economic crisis, and there is a term that is being used commonly, that current account deficit, right? So how we can use those skilled resources, and how those training can assist in increasing the trade deficit of Pakistan?
I mean, like, you all know Pakistan's IT export is currently standing at about $2.5 billion, okay? If we want to equate with the number of resources that are actually cumulatively delivering that particular $2.5 million, it will only turn out to be hardly 50 to 60,000 resources, okay? That are actually part of part of generating that foreign currency transaction for Pakistan, okay? The numbers that I quoted, okay, 150 million population, 500,000 resources that we have, 25,000, what is this, man? Where we are actually lacking, okay? There is serious marketing effort that is needed. There is serious level of training that is needed. The corporates in Pakistan needs to step up, okay? They need to think big, okay? In a way that, I give example to a lot of people. The way we Pakistanis actually market our mangoes, okay? That similar way, if we start marketing our resources, the situation will be different, okay? So I think in that way, if the huge marketing needs to happen, I know that there are organizations in Pakistan. There are a lot of organizations, not only the corporate organization, but the education sector as well has been working with our the global counterparts in just promoting the quality of resources and expressing that how much good resources we have. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And we see this example in our neighbor that India, for so many years, they invested in their human capital. And today we can see the results that today the CEO of so many companies, IT tech companies, are from the Indian.
Yeah,
So I guess these things needs to be done here as well. So in a short time, inshallah, Pakistan will be also in the leading IT country, as well as it will be putting its contribution towards the trade deficit as well.
If you look at Pakistan, the largest IT company, or the BPO company in Pakistan, maybe having a resource pool of about 20,000.
True.
Okay. In India, the largest company has a resource pool of maybe 500,000 plus.
Yes.
Okay. You can just imagine what is the difference. And it's literally not about the population of the country. It's literally about the focus. Okay. We do have a very good skilled resources. And then I think we can just leverage that resource and then just move on.
That's true. And for that, Pakistan User Group, as well as the local companies that are working in that direction, are doing a tremendous job, as well as the Pakistani academia is doing also a tremendous job. So moving ahead, as I also mentioned in the introduction, that Mazik has developed the AX for the Microsoft, as well as currently Mazik has done so many projects for Microsoft, right? So what do you think, and like Mazik, there are so many countries that are working and that are giving the offshore services. So what do you think that what can be done to improve those services?
If you are saying about, like the offshore services global value chain.
Yes.
Okay. Pakistan stands in the top 5 of that potential market that can be the next offshore hub.
True.
Okay. And then the reason is, and there are reasons definitely, the reason is the low cost, the labor arbitrage that the global corporates are looking for, the talent that we have, and the future quantum of the resources that we can produce. Okay. So you can see that, okay, like from offshore perspective, the world is actually looking, okay? If you look at the international analysts, they want to look Pakistan, they want to see that the corporate should step up and just think big, do big, okay? We should see companies having like 50,000 employees and just start delivering. Consider an example, like for example, Microsoft, okay? In 1998, Microsoft set up their delivery center in Hyderabad, India, okay? 12 years down the line, more than 50% global corporates, actually the company that actually spend in the research and development, okay? More than 50% of those organizations had set up their offshore service centers in India.
Great.
Okay? You can just imagine that if the world is looking up to Pakistan, that we should start delivering, create positive resources, quality resources, and just start selling that. Yep.
Great. So the hope is still there, I believe.
Yeah, it's certainly still there.
So my last question would be, collaboration is the need of an hour. And Charles Lamana also mentioned that thing, but in a different technical way. And for that, they had a solution. They created 800 connectors for the technology. But in terms of as a company, so what will be your feedback?
Yep, I think before collaboration is just referring back to the statistics I'm sharing. And the statistic, one of the very statistic that Charles shared, that's about 20 million developers out there in the world. Okay, out of 20 million developers, 7.2 million are Power Platform developers. Okay, and then if we look back and see how many developers we have in Pakistan, okay, it's just 5. I mean, like a developer and the other type of offshore services is just 500. Okay, 500,000. Okay, and then that's touching back on this collaboration thing. Okay, definitely there is a buzz, and then across the globe, industry academia relationships. Okay, corporates focus on this industry academia relationship, and then the academia also focus on the look up to the corporates that we have a close collaboration. From the perspective of Mazik, I know that we have been recently in the last 1 year, we have worked very closely with a lot of universities, hired a lot of people, a lot of graduates, and then trained a lot of graduates. I think, and I know that there are a lot of other corporates as well that are working closely with the university. I think that particular industry collaboration should continue, and we should also further enhance that. Maybe perhaps set up some labs, I mean like Microsoft Technology Labs, okay, in collaboration with the corporates, the industry, the academia should do that, okay. The other thing is, which is a bit catchy, which is there is a collaboration need for the corporates to work together, okay. I mean, definitely a company can work with a university, okay, but if a couple of corporates, stand together and start working with the universities, and then just focus on creating a big resource pool that the corporates can use jointly, okay? That will not only actually help the corporate as well, because there are a lot of resources in the market. From from hiring perspective, you'll always get the resources whenever you will want. But from the business opportunity perspective, look at the opportunity we are talking about. Okay, I understand we, as an organization, we have our limitations. Sure. We can hire certain people, we can train certain people. But I know there are a lot of corporates out there. I think with the help of this user group, and I see there is a lot of, at certain tiers, my colleagues are there in different companies. We are working closely. Okay, there are a couple of people who are working very closely in the industry, and I see a lot of collaboration that should happen, and it is going to happen. I'm seeing that it's happening. Yeah.
True. Thank you so much for your time, Afzal Syed. It's been a great pleasure to have you on the stage. And I guess all the audience have the same feelings.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.